Hello everyone, in this video we are going to start with a new concept, income tax. So before starting with the concept directly, let us know the meaning of tax. The tax is a compulsory payment that has to be made by an individual or other person to the central government, state government or local authorities. Tax is based on certain will establishment rules or certain criteria such as income earned, property owned or expenditures made. So here we can say that tax is a financial charges paid by the citizens of respective countries to the government. So here they have only given, see, based on certain establishment rules. Here we have so many taxes like income tax, we have GST, we have custom duties, we have, so we have so many taxes. We will learn about that later, but those taxes are regulated by the certain bodies or regulatory bodies, we can call it as. So they are going to prescribe the rate of tax, how much we are going to pay. So tax is a financial charges paid by the individuals of the countries. So why we are going to pay the taxes? We should know that concept first. So basically the government has certain revenue systems where tax plays a vital role in the revenue of a country. So if everyone pays tax in on time, means country's economy will goes up, because in order to run the government needs money to run it, isn't it? So tax is a major part of revenue sources for the government. So that is why we are all paying the taxes here. See, not only that, even government is also having its own business, we can't deny that, but more than that, taxes plays a vital role. So we all give to government. In return, the government will provide us infrastructure facilities like roadways, railway infrastructure, hospitals, schools for the poor children, government schools, they will run the government schools. And also we can say even educational scholarships from the government will get it through these kind of taxes only. So whatever we are receiving from government no, that we already paid to the government. In return, government providing all these facilities, isn't it? So the tax is a very important revenue source of a government, not only in India, all over the world. Tax plays a vital role in the economy of a respective countries. So here we are having, in India we are having two types of taxes. Wherever you go, there will be types. So here we are having two types of taxes. One is direct tax and another one is indirect taxes. So direct tax is a payment directly made to the stable by a person who bears it. Next, indirect tax is a tax in which is paid by one person and borne by another person. According to Dr. Dalton, a direct tax is really paid by the person on whom which it is legally imposed, while indirect tax is imposed on one person but paid partly or wholly by the another person, owing the consequential change in the terms of some contract or bargaining between them. This is a definition for your direct and indirect taxes. That is a general meaning of your tax. See, direct tax are nothing but here to whom we are, for example, here the taxes are directly charged on the person who is earning the income, or we can say the person who is owning a property, we can call it as. Here the tax liability remains on the same person. The person who is earning income, that person itself is liable to pay tax. We can call that one as a direct taxes. Here my tax liability cannot be transferred to another person. For example, I cannot transfer my income tax to the other person. I myself have to pay the tax. Whereas indirect taxes or the taxes, generally the major type of indirect tax is GST. Here the tax liability is can be easily transferred to another person. For example, the manufacturers or wholesaler are not paying taxes to the government. Final consumer of the product is going to pay the tax to the government, isn't it? So we can set off our taxes. What I have paid to the government earlier, I can receive that from my final consumer. You are understanding my point? For example, if I am purchasing goods from manufacturers with GST, I am a wholesaler here. Got it? Next, what I am going to do means, here I am going to collect the tax from the final consumer of the product, isn't it? So my tax liability is being transferred to the final consumer. So final consumer cannot transfer because he is consuming the product. I am just selling the product, isn't it? So I am going to pay the income tax for income what I'm earned. For that I am going to pay the income tax. The consumer who consumed the product is going to pay GST. So the tax which I pay to the government is my income tax, and final consumer who is receiving a service or who is purchased a product, they are going to pay the GST to the government. Do you understand? So these are the difference between direct taxes and indirect taxes. Got it? So here see, direct tax is a tax levied means charged, we can say, on taxpayer, and it is straight to the imposing authority. So here the person who is earning an income, that person is going to pay the taxes to the government. For that we have certain limits. For example, if you are earning very lesser income means, you don't need to pay the taxes. For example, I'm a worker where my salary is less than 2 lakhs means I don't need to pay the taxes. The person who is under the income tax law, who has to pay the taxes, those person has to pay compulsory taxes. The person who is earned or who is liable to pay the taxes, they will definitely under the direct taxes. Here levied on goods and services, as I said, and is paid by individual to the intermediaries who then submit tax to the government. As I gave the example, I will collect GST from the final consumer and I will pay to the government. Understood? I sold goods to so and so person. For example, 5,500 rupees is the GST. So totally how much I have collected? 5,500 as the amount, total amount, isn't it? So this 500 rupees what I have collected now, I am going to pay this to government. Got it? This is how indirect taxes works. Here regulatory authority of direct taxes is CBDT. CBDT means Central Board of Direct Taxes. So they are responsible for the rates and all the exemptions and setting limitations, deductions and all. They are going to finalize. Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Here they plays a vital role in indirect taxes. So next point, the impact of tax falls on the same person. Impact means here the person, the source of which is being received, no, that one. On the same person, I myself going to pay the taxes. I can't transfer it. The impact of tax falls on different persons. So it depends upon the, see here the tax liability can be transferred. See next point, you see any person on whom tax is levied is liable to pay taxes. Any person on whom tax is levied, any person here in the sense the person who is in the circumstances of paying the taxes. For example, if you are earning more than 2,50,000 as your salary means you are liable to pay the taxes. If you are earning in more than 5 lakhs, more than 6 lakhs per annum means definitely you are under income tax. So you are going to pay the taxes to the government by checking all the tax liabilities, by deducting all the deductions. After that we are going to pay the taxes. We'll learn everything in the further videos. So this is the very basic thing. If you understand these things means it will be very easy. So what do you mean by tax? It is a financial charges, compulsory payments paid by the individuals or other persons to the government of the country. In simple terms we can say it, isn't it? Here, so see next point, only the person who is receiving the benefits is liable to pay, which means the person who is consuming the product, the person who is enjoying the benefits of certain transactions, they are going to pay the taxes. So next point, we have types of taxes, types of direct tax. So majorly we are going to study about the income tax, security transaction tax. When what do you mean by security income tax? We know income, the tax paid on the income earned is known as income tax. In simple terms everyone will say that. So what do you mean by security transaction tax? STT, we in simple term we will call STT. So STT nothing but it is mainly on the stock market transactions. We are going to those people are liable to pay these STT. Literally when they are transactions are more than lakhs, no, that time they are going to pay security transaction tax. Professional tax, whose salary is more than 15,000, they are liable to pay professional tax. Per month 200, per year 2,400, per annum is their professional tax that they are going to pay. Capital gain tax at the time of selling the immovable properties, that time we are going to pay capital gain taxes. So majorly income tax plays a very important role in academics. So we are going to learn full concept of the income tax in the further videos. Okay, next types of indirect taxes. GST, very important and very good concept. So GST nothing but goods and service taxes. So when you are purchasing something in supermarket or in we can say it in malls or DMarts, so wherever you purchase, no, that time they are going to charge some taxes. If you check the bills mean there will be under tax invoice you will be having CGST, SGST and all. CGST nothing but central goods and service taxes, SGST state goods and service taxes. Such a easy concept, but if you understand means everything will be easy. But very simplified tax system. There is no more or no much confusions. Before GST, we had n number of taxes: entertainment taxes, luxury taxes, sales tax, VAT. We had so many, but it reduced all those tax system. All the things are under single head called as goods and services tax. If you are purchasing a product, means it will comes under goods, isn't it? If you are receiving any services like hospitality, uh, entertainment means cinemas, next tourism, transport, these things will comes under services, isn't it? Hotels, no? So these kind of things are included in services. So goods and service taxes, such a important tax system that we had changed, no? Very good concept. Next, excise and custom duty. At the time of import, we'll be having these excise and custom duty, and some places we are using VAT. VAT means value added taxes. These are the types of taxes. See, next, just income tax. Income tax is Tax Act of 1961. So Income Tax Act was came to establishment in 1961. So I didn't give any brief history about income tax and its histories of 1960s and all. I didn't explain because that is literally no use for the your academics. For your academics, meanings, definitions, provisions, sections of income tax 1961 is very much important. History of income tax is actually we don't need. If you study, you'll get some knowledge when it was introduced, who was the first person and all. But for the purpose of learning, for purpose of academic, and for your future also, present income tax rules, regulations, provisions, deductions, and it is tax system is very much important. So that's why I skipped history of tax. Has been effective from first day of April 1962 under section 1. It contains 298 sections, subsections, schedules, and etc. Income tax rules of 1962 was framed by the CBDTI. So generally it is started on 1960 to 1st April 1962, but we'll always call Income Tax Act 1961. Got it? So this is the basic things of income tax. So we have learned about meaning of tax, what do you mean by direct taxes, and difference between direct tax and indirect taxes we learned. I think no doubts about it, right? So further we are having so many content. So there are so many things. Income tax hacks, for example, there is a different meaning for income. There is a different meaning for person. So as we are going to learn important terminologies. So in further videos, I'll go by one. So we don't want to rush into the content. So we'll learn slowly. We'll understand the concept. Every video I'll keep on saying that only. First we have to understand the concept, then only we are moving forward to the important concept. So basic is very much important for every subject. So if you know the basic very well, means we can easily understand the problems. Got it? Okay, so hope you all understood the concept over here. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.